It's 10. Whenever I'm broken, you make me feel. Whenever I'm lonely, you're there for my
What up, family? I believe by now everyone must have heard Hold for My Hand by Burna Boy and Sheeran. I mean, the song is doing good, right? I believe some of the producers were left wondering how can they really achieve a sound like that one from a bedroom studio. In this Let's Do Music Right quality tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can achieve or how you can mix your vocals from your bedroom to sound like that one of Burna Boy. Things sound different from voice to voice, so the track is not going to sound exactly the same. Now let's get into it. The thing that was added to the vocal was autotune. The autotune was used for pitch correction to make sure that the vocal is on the right key and scale with the beat. The song is on major scale and the key is D, and then the reaching speed was left at 0. Now I'm going to play the vocal with autotune, and then I'm also going to remove autotune so that you can hear the different that it makes. Let's listen to the vocal with autotune.
Whenever I'm broken, you make me feel. Whenever I'm lonely.
I'm going to switch off the autotune so that you can have a listen at the original voice.
Whenever I'm broken, you make me feel. Whenever I'm lonely.
Hope you have an idea how autotune was used for this tutorial. Second thing that was added to the vocal is the equalizer. I used 10 band basic EQ. Always love and I always use the first preset of this plugin. When you need preset, you just come here and then you choose the first preset. I'm going to play the vocal with the EQ, and I'm also going to switch it off so that you can hear the different it makes. Listen to this. This is the vocal with the equalizer.
Whenever I'm broken, you make me feel. Whenever I'm lonely.
Let's listen to the vocal without the equalizer.
Whenever I'm broken, you make me feel. Whenever I'm broken, you make me feel.
You have an idea how the equalizer was used for this tutorial. SL native bass compressor was used for the compression of this vocal. I love this plugin because everything is clear, and the most important parts in the compressor is the ratio, the release, attack, threshold, and makeup. And for this tutorial, the ratio was 2:1, the release was 2 seconds, and the attack was 30 milliseconds, and then the threshold was left at 0 dB, and then there was a boost on the makeup just to bring the volume to the vocal. Let's move to the next step. Let's listen to what the compressor is doing to this vocal. I'm going to play the vocal with the compressor.
Whenever I'm broken, you make me feel. Whenever I'm broken, you make me feel.
Move to the next step. This SL native channel strip was used to as the present. In this equalizer, there was a boost in the high mid frequency by 0.7 dB, and then I also messed around with the kilohertz. I also made sure that I ran with the compressor. I also added a little bit of the gate to make sure that we reduce the noise that can be added by this plugin and other plugins that were added before. Now let's listen to the vocal with this equalizer.
Whenever I'm broken, you make me feel. Whenever I'm lonely, you're there for my. Whenever I'm broken, you make me feel. Whenever I'm low.
If you can hear the difference. Now let's move to the next step. Fresh Air, one of the best plugins that I love and I always add when I do my mixing. And plugin was used to add the presence to the vocal by adding the mid air as well as adding the high air. And then this is just simple. All you need to do is just you mess up with this. Simple. Let's listen to the vocal with the fresh air as well as without the fresh air.
Whenever I'm broken, you make me feel. Whenever I'm lonely, you're there for my soul.
If you can hear the difference, it just opens up the vocal. Now let's move to the last but not the least step. The fruity limiter that was used as a noise gate to remove the noise that may be added by the plugins that we've added before. Now the last thing in this mixing is the addition of the fruity send by FL Studio to make sure that I send this vocal into my reverbs here, and I only added 2 plate reverbs because I just wanted to make it so basic. Listen to the vocal with the reverbs.
Whenever I'm broken, you make me feel. Whenever I'm lonely,
also made a video about how you can get the reverbs all the time, so make sure that you go find that video so that you can understand what I really did to find a perfect sounding reverb. Now I also did something different in this tutorial, and I'm willing to show you. What I did here is that I saved the original vocal, and then I make sure that I rendered everything into a wave, just so that I can just save my CPU. What I did is that I pressed this button here, which is the record button, and then I came here and then I said disk recording render to wave. And then once you do that, there's gonna be a creation of a new vocal that has all the plugins, and then in that way you can be able to switch the plugins that you have currently so that you can continue adding more plugins. I used this method so that I can be easy on my CPU. So now let's listen to what I did to the final vocal. And then the first thing that I've added to the final vocal was the saturator by Reverb filter, and then I just added some few dBs in the highs as well as the mids. And then let's listen to what is happening.
Whenever I'm broken, you made me feel.
Just add something different, which is something that I really love. And then let's listen to the Reverb filter. This is an EQ that was used to clean up the vocal, just to clean the frequencies that are not needed, so that we can just make this vocal clear.
Whenever I'm broken, you made me feel.
That's it for this tutorial. Now let's listen to everything, which is the plugins here, as well as this new added plugins with the beat, and listen to how the song is really sounding.
Whenever I'm broken, you made me feel. Whenever I'm lonely, you there for my soul. Whenever you are, girl, that's why I call my own. Whenever you doubt it, I've been letting you.
Also did something different, which is start chaining the vocal with the instrument, which is the beat. And then this, I'm going to show this in the next coming tutorial, so make sure that you subscribe to this channel so that when this video comes, you make sure that you be the first person to be notified. And then look at what is happening to the instrument when the vocal is playing. You can see that there's gonna be a sort of reduction, or the sort of opening the space for the vocal in the beat. This is something that I love to do so that I can just make my vocal more.
Whenever I'm broken, you made me feel. Whenever I'm lonely, you there for my soul. Whenever you are, girl, that's why.
When the vocal comes in, the beat goes down a bit just to open up the space for the vocal. This is something that I'm gonna show in my next tutorial, so make sure that you hit the subscribe button, make sure that you comment and tell me what you've learned, and make sure that you say your name so that I can give you a shout out in the next video. For this tutorial, I'm just going to give a shout out to KB, which is one of the best producers that I'm teaching currently. But if you wanna be one of the people that I'm gonna mention in this channel so that you can promote your own brand, make sure that you leave the comment with your name, and I'm gonna mention you in the next coming video. See you in the coming video.